my secret now. I see dead people.
Welcome to Blondes and Booze. You are about to embark on a journey, one that often leads to more questions than answers. But fear not, your host, Krista, Aaron, and Brandy have the experience, the perseverance, and yes, even the gifts to pull back the veil and allow us to glimpse the other side. They will share not only their experiences, but will introduce you to world-renowned researchers and experiencers to help you find answers in the murky waters of what we call the paranormal. Their bonds with each other reach far beyond friendship, resulting in a pull no punches approach to the many subjects they explore. Their goal? To open eyes, hearts, and even minds to what lies on the other side, and the answers residing there.
Hey everybody, welcome to Blondes
Hi.
and Booze. Glad everybody's tuning in tonight. We have a great show tonight, and I'm pretty excited about this. Not gonna lie.
She's been like giddy all day.
Yep. We met Jesus at the Dogman conference over the weekend, and I knew he was a man of many talents, but he truly is. He's got a lot of knowledge in a lot of areas. So I'm pretty excited about this.
Absolutely.
Anyway, Brandy, how are you doing?
You know, I'm starting to feel a little better. I guess I got home from the Dogman conference on Monday and I wasn't feeling great. You know, I went through the Texas Front Porch show, of course. And then Tuesday morning I woke up and I said, oh, I'm not doing this today. So I stayed home and
Right.
I'm finally now starting to feel just a little bit better.
Right. I hear you. Speaking of feeling better, I want to put it out there. Really good friend of ours, Martin Groves, is very sick. And he was with us this past weekend at the Dogman conference. And he needs prayers. So if I could ask everybody, send him prayers or, good juju, positive vibes his way, whatever it is that you do. He could definitely use it. And I know he would definitely appreciate it. So I just want to throw that out there real quick. If you definitely would keep Martin Groves in your prayers.
Absolutely.
Yep. And real quick, I've got two things I want to talk about. Not this weekend, but the weekend after. Brandy and myself and the Nana boss, Marty, will be at the Ozark Mountain Bigfoot Conference and Expedition. Pretty excited about that. We will be vendors. However, we actually get to do the expedition with these guys. So I'm looking forward to doing that. That's going to be a good time.
Right. As Tex would say, we're going to have our butts in the brush.
That's right. And I know tickets are available online. I believe they're $25. You can buy them at the door. It's $35 cash only. That I do know. So if you're planning on coming, bring some cash because I was told the food vendor and everybody is cash only. So the next thing here is we've got something we've got lined up with Miss Naoma with DA and DA Ex Machina, Robbie Raines, and What's Really Out There, and us. We've got a big event that we're going to be doing in December. So I don't want to give too much away about it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think you guys will really enjoy what we're doing. So be sure you're subscribed to all of those great channels.
Absolutely. Yep.
Did I forget anything?
Nope. I'm just going to do a rundown through the channels and let's get on with the interview. I like it.
Here we go.
On Monday at 8 p.m. Central, it's Texas Front Porch, of course, with me and Tex. I'm the better host. I'm just saying. On Tuesday at 7 p.m., it's Van Buren Variety with Bob Van Buren. At
You
8
made me
p.m.,
choke for a minute.
huh?
You made me choke.
What?
I'm the better host.
At 8 p.m. Central on Tuesday. It's Bigfoot Michigan Robin Beyond BMR. On Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central is Danielle Diva in the Diva Dimension. On Thursday, 12 p.m. Central, it's Brunch with Bigfoot Michigan Rob and his lovely co-host Krista. Thursday night, of course, it's us at 8 p.m. Blondes and Booze. And if you can't get enough of us, we come back on again Fridays at 8 p.m. Central with Blondes, Booze, and the Woo. And Saturday, Tex and Danielle Diva will release their newest episode of Infamous Minds. And let's don't forget Donnie Cho. Donnie Cho has his channel. Donnie Says Stuff, and he does. And of course, Jason McLean. I didn't want to skip over him, but I did on accident. Don't hurt me, Jason. Jason comes on at 7 p.m. Central on Wednesday on Jason McLean Questions Everything.
Yeah. Yep. All righty. Sounds like a plan. I am going to bring up. Hey there. Your mic is muted.
You're muted.
I haven't said anything.
That's
Very
funny.
good.
That's funny.
We couldn't hear your hand signals.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on and doing this for us. Like I said, we were fortunate enough to meet you this past weekend and kind of hang with you a little bit, and it was a good time.
Oh, yeah, it's fun, definitely, and I'm glad it makes you guys too.
Yeah, for sure. You're muffled now. We had your in back. I know, right?
Let's see. Let me go.
It's the ghosties. I'm telling you, it's the ghosties.
Yeah.
Does that sound any better?
Yes.
Okay, let me just adjust here. Okay.
Reminds me of last weekend all over again.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. That's close enough.
Yeah, that's a lot better, actually. It really is. So anyway, I know you're into a little bit of everything. And over the weekend, you were showing Robbie and I some of your pictures, which I thought were like, holy cow, incredible. And then I watched DA's show last night, and I was blown away by those pictures. And then you sent me pictures for tonight's show. I'm like, holy crap, you are like, how you can get such fantastic pictures is beyond me.
Exactly. It's kind of like this is like take two of your interview, because last night was all cryptids. Tonight is going to be ghosts and UFOs. It's like, wow. You're just all over the place. like us.
Right? Like I was talking to you earlier, a lot of people don't know about all the other stuff. A lot of them just know Bigfoot, and cryptid stuff. So this is very cool whenever I get to speak about the rest of it that I experienced, So thank you.
Yep. And like I told you backstage, I binge watched Longmire, so this is really cool. I'm a fan. Breaking Bad too. I'm a fan. Just saying. Yes. So how did you actually get into all of this weirdness?
Well, yeah, because that's what I was wondering. I mean, because you talked about how that you moved around quite a bit. Being a military, I'm just going to call it a military brat, because that's what it is. It's a military brat. And then how do you go from that to acting to here you are doing all of this?
Well, the weird stuff, I would have to say I was born into it. It's been passed down through generations. I had no choice in what I was experiencing. I wasn't looking for it. As I got older, and part of all this that I'm involved with, all the weirdness, is actually tied together with my movie and TV career, because I am supposed to share everything that I'm experiencing with the world, and remind the world how special humans are. So I said I couldn't do that without being on TV, film, on the internet, because I was trying to do it, just speaking to people and standing on a soapbox and shouting, "The UFOs in the Bible" and all this other stuff.
Right.
Nobody seemed to care except for like a handful of people, and there was absolutely nobody, that was young either. So it's like, how am I supposed to tell the world, this
Right.
stuff if nobody wants to listen, So after I said that, I decided I was going to become an actor in Hollywood. So I told my folks I'm going to become an actor in Hollywood. And my dad gave me a 30-day challenge and said, you got 30 days to get in a movie. Speaking role, he's going to have to come work for me at the sanitation department that he was the director of. So yeah, by the 28th day, I landed a role fighting Steven Seagal. And the casting director that discovered me is the casting director that casted Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where it happened in 1953 here on Holman Air Force Base, White Sands Missile Range, where I was stationed 3 times. So I mean, it's a crazy coincidences all up and down the road,
Yeah, absolutely.
Avoid all that. So then when I got into acting, people would ask, in interviews, I started getting interviewed for my movie stuff, and they'd be like, "So, Jesus Jr., tell us, what do you do in the between movies and film?" And I'm like, "Well, hunt for UFOs and Bigfoots and ghosts." And then, so people started going, "Say what?" And they started having me on TV shows and Finding Bigfoot and all those other shows. And
I have one quick question. Did you kick Steven Seagal's ass? Just
no, he's real up there. He's 6'5". But we did fight. We fought at his hotel, and he's the real deal. I think it's fun that he wants to make contact and hit hard. To me, it makes it more authentic when you do a fight scene. And I'm a former bouncer, bodyguard, and I was a boxer, all that stuff. So I enjoy all that craziness. But most of the stuntmen, they would be like, "Put pads on everywhere. Put a cup on. He's gonna hit you right in the nuts." You know what I'm saying?
Right. I hear you. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Shade Viking. We appreciate that, and Catherine Gay. Thank you very much, both of you.
Woo-hoo.
Woohoo!
You want to put like sparkle lights,
Right, absolutely. So you proved your dad that you can get a role, and then I know you said you've moved around a lot. So let's talk ghosts first. When was your first encounter of something out of the ordinary on the ghost side of things that you can remember?
I would say when I was 3 years old, and we were living in England. We were living in an old 200-year-old house, 2-story, and we would hear them walking up and down the stairs at night. And we had this old TV, big giant old TV that has, 3 buttons. It has UHF and the switch.
Yes.
My sister and I were the remotes, and at nighttime you'd hear click, click, click. The TV would turn on, channels would change. Underneath the stairs, it turned out, because we felt cold air would come out of the underneath the stairs in the little coat closet underneath, and the wall there were some cracks and just darkness. And after doing some research, we found out that there was that was a slave quarter back there that they had closed up with wood, and there were still bodies in there from like the 1700s or some craziness, or 1800s.
Holy cow!
Why there were ghosts. My sister's room, she's 2 years older than me. They had the furnace in there and everything, and no matter how hot they put that sucker, her room would be ice cold, so she'd always end up sleeping in my room. But that's my earliest memory, when there was a starship UFO coming down towards us. She remembers it being green. I remember it being orange, and that was during the exact same time that the Rendlesham Forest incident was happening, about an hour drives away from where we were. Yeah.
Wow. Holy smokes.
The earliest memories I have of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And then from then on, you just wanted answers, and that's what made you delve deeper?
No,
No?
I didn't start really like 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 a researcher until after my 20s. Up until then, it was just fun to read about all the time, and anything I could read about it, I'd read about it and study it. Just for it was interesting, and I was experiencing it. I didn't have to wonder too much because it was all around me all the time, and it was more traumatizing after a while with the abductions and all that stuff. Yeah, it gets intense and it messes with your life.
Mhm.
You deal with just life problems, normal life problems, and you got crazy ghosts over here, UFOs over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets real stressful. So once the public started getting interested in my story and my research with the Bigfoot stuff, it gave me a reason to go out more often and do serious research, scientific
Mhm.
research, and be part of like the genome project, for Sasquatch, and
Right.
yeah, I just
Wow.
became a tracker. I can track Bigfoots now. But I still all the other stuff is still constantly happening. I'm not like I can't walk everywhere and just see millions of ghosts all around me, but I every here and there ghosts will pop up. Something will
So
report.
do you feel like you have abilities
In which manner?
in which, like,
Players.
you're seeing ghosts and all these things? Like, are you a seer? Are you,
I
medium?
I yeah, I think I've been touched. You know what I mean, but not in the bad way. I've got I seem to be able to see more than the average person, and I put it to
Mhm.
Mayan. Just like they said in the calendar that we're going to enter the fifth dimension, fourth
Mhm.
dimension in this lifetime. So a lot of people, uh, not everyone, but a lot of people that do shift that dimension, as in with perceiving, we're
Mhm.
able to see way more weird stuff and way more things that the average person doesn't see. So like that's why
Yeah.
I think possibly why I see all those strange things in the clouds, and it's not just
Mhm.
a bit of pareidolia. There's some like epic.
No, I've seen your pictures. You have the real deal stuff. You really do. I just, and we will get to that because you've sent me some pictures that are fantastic. Absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic.
Actually, she was like going through them and she's like, holy, and I'm not going to say what she said, but she's like, you've got to see these pictures. And I'm like, oh, and like,
Yeah.
we're in for a good show then. Because she's
Yes.
like, oh my gosh.
I'm
Yes.
gonna make a T-shirt. It's gonna be part of my merch. It's gonna say I'm a weird magnet. You know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Another
Yes.
another quick shout out to Lene. Thank you very much. We love you very much. And Poncho Zorch. Thank you both very
Thank
much.
you.
Woo!
He's
We
like
have
our cheering section. Go, Jesus.
I was annoying my pharmacist today. I went to get my prescriptions, and you'll get the person attending to you, the cash register, and she yells, I need a pharmacist, right? And one time, one of them said, "Can I get a pharmacist?" And I was that'd be so cool. He went, "What? What?"
right, right, right,
I
right.
told that to the pharmacist today, and he was just like, "Okay, so I was just like, I thought it was funny, man."
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Titan. We
Thank you,
definitely
Titan.
appreciate that. And actually, Catherine, Gay, and Titan were both at the Dogman conference this
Yes, they
weekend. We
were.
were able to meet them in person, as was Crystal J and Gary Spikes. They're all in the chat.
Yes.
And
There's a whole
we were,
bunch of them in chat.
yeah, so that was really cool. But thank you very much, Titan. We just
Thank you.
really appreciate you. So yeah, let's just get to some of your pictures because I'm
Yes,
like,
I'm excited. She only showed me one. She was being stingy.
so I kept them in order how you sent them to me, and so I'll just show them.
Order,
Yep,
not random.
not random, not all of them. I'm gonna put them on
We want
here.
to confuse you. Come on.
Yes. So I'll just bring up the first one here, and then maybe you can kind of explain it, what that is.
Okay, so this would be in the late 90s, okay? No, actually 2003-ish. I was a DJ and a bouncer at a local club called Shooters in Alamogordo, New Mexico. And it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was just me and the bartender was left. And I had just got a new camera. My mom, for my birthday, got me a digital camera, not a phone camera, because it was a long time ago. And that place is haunted. Right. And it was known to be haunted. And we were the only 2 people there. And there's no smoke. There's no smoking in there either. It was already outlawed in the bars, And I was just taking pictures. And we were hearing, weird noises and stuff. But I didn't see the orange streak and the stuff that's manifesting above her, behind her, and the weird, I think 2 people in the far background and standing there. It wasn't until I got them, developed that I see all that on there.
Right. Wow. And then you sent a couple here. So I see what you did here. You want to explain?
Sure. So I reversed all the colors on it and created a photo negative of the image. So you can kind of see above her head to the right, what looks like to me is a snake with horns above her, and then behind her it looks like something's manifesting, and it looks like smoke.
And here,
of some sort,
this is this picture, and I see this here in this picture. Absolutely. That snake is looking thing. That's creepy.
That's weird.
Right?
Yes.
So people are like, she probably just spinned around real quick and make that, orange streak. It's like, one, if that's what she did, okay, her upper back would have to start where her calf is, and then she'd have to spin around quicker than hell without her hair flipping up while grabbing some straws over the register. It's ridiculous. So that place had some serious energy going on.
Wow. Okay, and then
I don't know about that snake-looking thing.
I know, that's creepy. That's what I'm saying.
Out of all of it, that's the one. I'm like, oh.
Right.
No matter where I've lived, I've had some type of ghost activity, which most of it should be ghost activity, but some of it kind of gets mixed up with visitations, the little gray guys with the black eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's going on in this picture?
All right, here we go. You guys are familiar with Alec Baldwin and the situation with the director being shot? Okay.
Yes.
So that's the actual bar and building where that happened, out front. So it's the same place. It's the Bonanza Creek Ranch, and it's where they shot like A Million Ways to Die in the West and a whole bunch of other westerns. Right?
Gotcha.
Me and a producer were scouting locations to film something, and we went there and we walk into the bar, and I start hearing a bunch of voices yelling, and I mean, like, really, I'm surrounded by like 20 voices, just upset, really upset. And I tell my friend Bill, that the producer, I go, take a picture right now. I was like, just please take a picture. We weren't doing a ghost hunt or nothing, but I want him to take a picture just in case something comes out, because I'm hearing all these damn ghosts screaming at me. And he's I can hear people screaming and yelling at me. He was like, what are they saying? And they were telling me it was the majority. I'd say the majority of them were all natives. Telling me that it was not right for the owners of this place to charge people to just come and be on the land for a little while and leave. They didn't understand the whole concept of renting, studio space, for movies to film. All they see is people come in, a bunch of gun, fights happening, getting killed, and then they have to pay the lady. And they said nobody owns this land, and nobody should ever charge people to walk on the land. They were pissed. They were really pissed off. And so we continue through the whole place taking pictures, and only the pictures that I'm in is their orbs. Any picture that I'm not in,
there's another one.
you know,
Wow.
yeah.
And then you sent a third one as well with the series. Wow.
Yeah, everybody in chat who saw the first picture automatically look at the orbs. I mean, everybody was commenting on that.
Yep,
Yeah.
look right there, the doorway. There's an orb inside the doorway. In the mirror,
I
you can
see
see
that.
orb.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was intense. Wow. Well, so like we both, you know, go back home and everything, and I get a phone call at 7:30, and he's all, you got to see these pictures, dude. He's, I'm emailing you right now. You're gonna remember when you told me to take a picture? You heard all that yelling. He goes, you trip out on this.
Right.
I was like, cool. I told you I was surrounded by them. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to these set of three I find very interesting.
Okay, so this one's the story goes like this. I'm doing a tattoo in my little RV, and the door swings open, you know, and cracks my window, and we hear a voice right next to us go, "Hello," like that. And
What?
yeah, after, you know, the guy I'm tattooing and we pee ourselves, he says, "Is it cool we call this the first session?" You know, and I go, "I understand." And he, you know, he left. So I walk outside. I see the moon in the position I thought was really cool with the light on the trailer, you know, the RV. It looks like the constellation of Orion. And I had just made those stairs and the little bridge on the ground myself. So I was like, that's a cool picture. So I took a couple pictures.
That one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So a few days later, I was showing my friend the pictures of my stairs that I made, and he's like, "Hey, what's that green thing?" If you go through the other pictures, we're kind of going. So you'll see the full picture of the RV. It's a travel trailer.
Yep, it's in there too. That one I have in here too. So I'll go ahead and show that.
Okay, there you go. So this is the first one right here. So if you look by the tires, you'll see a green orb with a contrast behind it, right?
Yes.
So the next picture, there you go. It has now passed the tires and is sitting above my little barbecue grill.
Okay. Yep. I
So
see that.
Yeah, right there. Ah, good. So the close-up versions of it you showed a second ago are after zooming in and cleaning up, adding contrast, sharpening, you know, all the different things I could try and do to bring out and brighten up here, make sure, you know what I mean? That's the final result. And it's sticking its tongue at me, and it looks like it has horns or a bunch of like Medusa.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of horns. So did you have any like bad negative feelings, or what was your
Oh, that spot until I like seriously blessed the RV and did everything I can to change my life, and you know, and get healthier. There was some bad juju there. One time, I never told my wife, but if she watches this, she's gonna know now. But I figure it's been long enough. She won't be as mad at me. So we're in the RV one day, and we're sitting on the little RV couch, you know, and right next to her, like there's literally no space between the edge of the couch where it folds out to it, you know, you pull it out to it like a bed deal, so you can maybe tuck your hand like this to see if you drop your keys or something.
Right.
So long story short is I'm saying it wasn't a normal human hand that came out of it like this and went back down.
Ooh.
And she didn't notice it. I was like, oh, didn't want to say nothing. I was like, oh my God, holy shit. Because it was a gray, creepy, nasty, or it was dead. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I've seen that. And then another day or night, really, I was up doing my research and you know, editing and enhancing images. And it was about going on 4:00 in the morning. And I hear outside, and I live at this point, I'm in the middle of the desert. Ain't no street lights, none of that stuff. Okay, we don't have street lights to our property.
In the desert, right?
Great desert, yeah, on a 5-acre property, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so people don't just walk around out there, just like in the morning, just gonna go for a walk, doobie doobie doo, no, it ain't gonna happen. So 4 o'clock in the morning, and I hear outside my trailer or RV,
yeah.
And I'm like, and it to me sounds like a beckoning whistle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here, come out here. And I hear it again. And I'm just like, and I said out loud, oh, hell no. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
And, I called my friend up, the one that was there when he was getting a tattoo, and the voice, that. I called him up because he opens up he runs a restaurant for his parents, and he goes early 4:30 is at the restaurant, and I thought maybe he was up and just messing with me. He drove over, or something. I was, rationalize it, and I call him up, and I was like, dude, are you outside my RV whistling? And he thought, you heard it too?
Wow.
No.
What did you hear? I didn't tell him, how did it go? And he did the exact same thing. He looked outside, and there was like a 4-foot tall owl with red eyes standing in the yard, staring at him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
So, there's some people actually making some comments about that. And Titan, the first question Titan asked was that I don't believe that there are children's spirits myself. I believe that there's always somebody on the other side to help a child cross. And if they don't have parents or family, I believe Jesus Christ himself. So I do believe there are children ghosts, but they are few and far between.
Yeah.
I believe that, like the demonic, for instance, we all will cater to a child. And so they might use a child, portray themselves as a child to get you to invite them in. So that is my views on children ghosts. And then Titan says, I'm saying that because it might have been a fae. What do you think about that? Do you think it could have been a fae?
Or even an elemental at
It was strong enough to slam my door open and break a window.
Sounds like an elemental.
Yeah.
Could have been.
It's definitely supernatural without question.
Yeah. Definitely nasty little creatures.
But one more time. I mean, that's just like, wow.
Well, I know, and people say that looks cartoonish, but they gotta understand. I brought out of it, and like on the app that I'm using, it has I'm not drawing on it, like adding picture. All I'm allowed to do is adjust darknesses, lightens, hue, with a little stylus. If I want to keep everything else around it darkened, I can darken the whole thing and just erase where the object I'm trying to let us focus on, so you can see it better, so it doesn't get drowned out in all the other imagery around it. So that's how it looks so weird, but that's what's there. It's really there. If you look at the blow up, it goes in the progression. You can see the progression of me bringing it out. It's there, and it's a weird little either wormy, snaky little booger sticking its tongue out at me. It's like weird.
Real quick, I want to. Poncho says, "Blondes and Booze. Any info on black-eyed children?" We actually did a show on that. If you'll have to go back through our archives and look, but we do have a show out on black-eyed children. So
yeah,
been a little while, but we did do a show on that.
I'm stuck right now on black-eyed children because I don't know if they're cryptid or paranormal. I'm stuck in between with those right now. There's a lot of stuff that is reminiscent of paranormal, but there's a lot of stuff that's cryptid too. So I
think they're both one and the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Paranormal cryptids.
See, we may have a whole new community Paranormal cryptids. There you go.
It's called the woo.
It's
Right.
the woo.
Matt, I was thinking and wondering. I hadn't heard this too often. I'm sure somebody has thought about it, but what about dealing with the spirits of past Sasquatch that have died?
Mhm.
They're haunting some forests.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Though?
Yeah. I mean, you really have to think about that.
You know, what if they start manifesting and they actually are leaving tracks? And then when they unmanifest, poof, no more tracks. Out of nowhere, they just stop.
Yeah.
You know? They
Uh,
appear, disappear.
Absolutely.
I just thought that I hadn't heard that possibility too often. I'm like, well, I know there's spirits, evil spirits, you know, good spirits, and Bigfoots are a type of human
Mhm.
being created, you know. Why wouldn't they have some sort of spirit energy from what all the with all the woo that's out there? It would be
right.
really hard to not believe that they have some sort of a conscious energy within them, you know,
Yeah.
that still lingers after their physical passing. Yeah,
Mhm.
like humans.
That's true. That's very true. You know, Brandy and I, we went to, well, we've been several times with Bart and Nunley to Land Between the Lakes
Bart,
and Martin Groves. And you know, we experienced something one night that we saw these beings or some sort of creatures peeking out from behind trees at us. And there was about 10 of us there. Brandy actually saw eye shine. But after that, we saw orbs. They were different sizes, different colors. And it wasn't like just one of us saw it. It was been, you know, maybe like 2 or 3 of us at the same time saw it. So that's when my mind kind of started getting like, that's kind of weird. You know, we see these beings, but yet, you know, in the back of my mind, you know, the Land Between the Lakes, it's a very haunted location also. So there's not only the cryptids, you got, you know, ghosts too. So I don't know. So what you said, you know, that was my point being.
no, you said, you know, why not? You know, of course, that would be count for a small, you know, section of experiences and reports, possibly of different things. Just like, yeah, I believe there are werewolf dogmen, but I believe some of the reports are confusion with Sasquatches because Sasquatches run on all fours. When it's full moons, they howl, you know, and they can be very scary if they bare their teeth at you, you know. So I think
Yeah.
some the Bigfoot with really hairy ears or something. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Never-
Titan asked again, he says, would the same apply to dogmen, their spirits roaming?
Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
You know
Yeah.
what? Jesus, that sounds like another show. That sounds like a whole different show.
We'll have to have you back again.
I know. I'm just thinking about you know, as he's talking about that, I'm going, yeah, and da da da. And wait a minute, that's a different show. Just like,
Yeah.
we go on for hours about that.
Yep. Yep.
The what
Lenita-
ifs and the
Right.
possibilities.
Lenita
was-
Bryant, I'm sorry. She has a question for you. She says, Jesus, I'm always afraid I'll step on my little people. They come out at night. What do you think?
Let them know that sometimes you're going to be getting up at night and walking in this area, a certain area, and let them know that you're going to be right there sometimes, so they know they're not stupid. They'll hear you. You know?
Yeah. And you know, I think that they survive by knowing, you know, you're coming out. They can feel you coming out. They just move out of the way. I think they're good.
Or you can get the slippers with the little LED lights on the tips, and
The slippers.
little people there, you know.
Put little bells on your shoes.
Right. Okay, we have more pictures here.
I put bells on my dogs so I don't step on them.
Right? Well, that's true. That's true.
But they're little.
Okay, so I'm going to show this one up here.
That's a fun one. So I was living in
this on DA's show last night, and I was quite impressed with this one. Yes.
It's a very. I was walking to the corner store, and I was living in Las Vegas, and on the way there, at the hotel, I could see what looked like a rotting dead person crawling out of a tiny box, staring at me.
Oh
Brandy's
no!
reaction. Yeah, look at that, Brandy.
Oh my! Oh no!
To make sure that I'm crazy, I pull out my phone and look through the phone, and if it's in my phone, I take a picture. That means it's real. So I took a picture, waved, and walked to the corner store. When I walked back, I took another picture, and it was no longer out of the box. It was back in the box. If it was a homeless person laying down, all those weeds and bushes right there would be compressed down. It wouldn't.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that box is not a big box. Look at the curve. That's a curve. The box is small. Only hit the head. That's the scary thing. The arm came out of it, and the head is as big as the box.
Yeah, and I heard you say last night on DA's show that the box was like a box of wine.
Yeah, you bought a case of wine, and there's was it 12 bottles in the case, right? So
right.
Yeah, the box is no more than like a foot tall, foot and an inch taller than that. And then the width, same thing, a foot wide, and little 10 inches, width. Yeah. But yeah, you can't fit inside a damn box. So the other picture that's there shows the box closed and no more, zombie dead.
So, let's see, we got more.
Yeah. So now it's not crawling out.
Now it's not out.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I sent a comparison, close up of both of them right next to each other, so you can really see.
I don't know how to do that.
No, I have. It's one picture. It's two pictures in one.
But right here. Here it is.
There you go. See?
Oh wow!
Holy smokes!
Right.
You can see it out, and then it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yep. The lid closed. The lid is closed. The top one, you can see the lid is open, resting on its head.
Wow. Yeah.
That's not,
Right. I mean, you definitely see that there's a person there. I mean, you can see the eyes, the nose. You can see it all.
Yeah. Can you go back to the original Naomi Montstone? Naoma, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whoever's watching this on a big screen, it's way better.
Yeah.
I got a little screen and I'm really trying.
Yeah. So there's like the one where you can see it. And then
you can see it laying there right there.
With the arrow pointed to where it is. And then here's the third one with the figure. And then we've got that there. That is pretty
the before
crazy.
And after.
Yeah. I'm like, wow. That's stuff like that only you see in movies. Like, holy cow. Seriously.
I wonder why I have to go to therapy.
Right? I would too if I were you. It's like, wow.
Why are you so stressed out, Jesus? Bill's getting to you?
Yeah.
No.
Our friend Naoma, she says, I'm thinking I need a case of that wine after I saw that.
I had a piece of beer in my hand,
Naoma, I'd have to have a drink with you. I have to say, I'll be sharing it with you.
Yeah.
I think I'd freak out.
Walking around Vegas, holy crap.
Well, not that case, but a case.
Right. When is the last time that you actually had a paranormal encounter where you saw something with ghosts?
Today.
Wow.
Really, well, I didn't see a ghost, but it was, to me, it's like, what porting is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Port something, how something gets ported, right?
Right.
Coin falling out of the sky or whatever right in front of you and stuff like that. So I was at my my bank today. I made a deposit in the drive-thru, and they have a little square metal box that comes out, and there's my receipt, right? After the deposit. So the lady, the teller's standing right there in the plastic box, and she sends out the little, box, and I get the receipt, and I pick it up, and it's, about that long. There we go. Okay, that long. And something pulled it into nothingness. It just disappeared. And the lady saw it. And I was like, what the hell? I go, did it fall down? looked in the thing. I moved my car. Was another car. She was like, "What the? How?" So I go,
Wow.
"I'm a magician." I told her. She was like, "Apparently, let me print that out for you, sir." And I was like, "I appreciate that." So
Wow.
that was. I don't know what the heck, where it went, who took it, why it took a bank receipt. Now in the house, here in the house, within the last week, in my house, some things getting moved, noises, the sound of an old like 50s radio playing. This house is pretty old. Adobe, made of Adobe, real Adobe, and yeah, it's a
Wow.
constant.
Titan has a good suggestion for you. He says, Jesus, you need a GoPro hat everywhere you go. True story. I have to agree.
Glasses that have the camera, and I started doing it. You give me seasickness. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was like, fine, I won't wear those anymore.
Wow.
The right thing is, this is where I'm confused, okay? Now, I could understand if somebody has, been touched, or the gift of seeing more than the average person, but how does that translate to please, thank you, more copy, sorry, translate to being able to take pictures of it? So if, say, it was a person that doesn't have that gift and they took a picture right next to me, would it still come out in their picture? Versus
Good
because
question.
I'm able to see it and perceive it, is it because I can perceive it, or you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right, I do. That makes sense. You sent. I've got another set of paranormal pictures here. I'm gonna put up before we go to break here, real quick, and this here, and then it goes.
Well, let me go backstory real quick. So this is on the northern New Mexico Navajo reservation. Okay, I was living there, and I was by myself. The floors are plywood, and I was sleeping, and I had got grabbed by my ankle and dragged across the floor. And at the time I weighed almost 400 pounds. And it dragged me a good 6 feet. And I got up, I grabbed my tablet, and I walked out. That's the old big screen from the 80s. And I didn't know I took a picture with accidentally holding it walking out. That was the picture that was taken. I was by myself. In the picture, you can see somebody sitting on the couch. It looks like they're throwing up a peace sign. And so they have long hair. Now to the left, that other arrow over here on your left is a rotting face coming out of the floor, watching me walk.
There it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy. I knew a guy years ago, and he's since passed away, but he was like you. He had a knack for pictures.
Yes.
And
Yes, he did.
He has taken some incredible pictures like you have. I mean, seriously, I've seen a lot of paranormal pictures in my day. And man, you're at the top of my list. I got to tell you.
Wow, that's creepy. Because some people look at that. Let's just take Bigfoot pictures or Dogman pictures and not see anything.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what, everybody that's in chat right now are like, oh heck no, everybody's seeing that. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
And then I was gonna send you.
There's no disagreement.
I forgot to send it when I was sending pictures, but I'm using the phone to do this, so I can't send it right now. But picture of the green-skinned, red-eyed E.T. looking in the tent.
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah, you got to send that one.
Right.
But because I wake up early to go to work anyway, so it's bad enough I've got to go back and watch DAX Machina show last night to get to all those pictures because I haven't got to watch it yet because I usually catch it up on my day off.
Yeah. That's what I told her. She needs to go back and watch DA's show from last night because I'm telling everybody in chat, if you missed DA's show last night, you definitely need to go back and watch it. It's on the cryptid side of things, but holy cow, you have the picture with the tent of the Bigfoot, like holy smokes. So if y'all haven't watched It's go and subscribe to DAX Machina and watch last night's
Yes.
show.
I'm so excited. I haven't got a chance yet. It's like, man, now I'm just itching to go back and watch it. I will be doing that after the show this evening. I don't have to work tomorrow.
There you go. There you
The guy
go.
that I was with, swore up and down that, that Bigfoot wasn't real. And then one night he got to see 2 Bigfoots and an E.T.
Yeah.
You believe
Wow.
Mhm. Yeah. It's
Penny says, Miss DA shows, surely you jest, Krista.
I don't miss very many of DA shows myself. But yeah, I definitely and Brandy can attest to this. I'm real weird when it comes to pictures because there is a lot of pareidolia out there. And I don't see pareidolia in your pictures. I truly don't. I believe you are legit.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at those pictures, there is absolutely no doubt what you're looking at. The pictures we're talking about were like, well, that could be pareidolia. Everybody could think it's something different, blah, blah, blah. This is absolutely not that.
That's the thing, because I've gotten, lots of pictures that are, I know what it is, but it's like, not a great picture. You know what I mean? I know it's real and all, but I don't want to present any, evidence that's not noteworthy and, just, you can really say, yeah, that is that.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we're coming up on the 52-minute mark. We're going to have to stop for a minute and take a break. And
when we come back, you have sent us lots of pictures of UFOs. So let's do the second half on UFOs because you've got some more incredible pictures.
Would I be able to, during the break, log out, send you the picture of the ET, and then log back in?
Yes.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Let's do it.
All right. We'll see everybody in 5 minutes.
All right. See y'all in 5.
Four minutes to go, folks. 4 minutes. Three minutes. We're almost there. 2-minute warning, guys. 2-minute warning. One minute. 1 minute.
Shots and everything. Okay.
Welcome back to Blinds and Booze. We appreciate it. Jesus, I want to put up a comment here, and I think Penny and I have the same thinking. She says, I'm a hardcore skeptic about most things, but I won't lie. Jesus has the most convincing pics and vids that I've seen in a long while. Kind of kills me to admit that, rolling on the floor.
I'm on.
Yeah, true story. True story. You have another question here from Titan. It says, Jesus, do you have a catalog of your pics where we can visit and share with others? I did drop his link. It's in the, what do you call it? In the video,
Yeah.
in the video part. Yeah, it's in there. And actually, I'll drop it here in just a minute too, again, for you guys. So,
Beyond my Facebook and YouTube, I have a YouTube channel called Breaking Bigfoot, where I put a lot of my stuff, research wise, and I'll be adding, much more because I have a whole section on UFOs, but only through the playlist to the UFO stuff. But I'm gonna put together a website for sure with all the stuff that I put out there so people can use and share. Because I'm not one of those people like, that's mine, and if you share my research, I'll sue you for copyrights and blah blah blah.
Right.
People deserve to see it and know it. You know what I mean? It's like share it. We're trying to.
I'm like that too. I'm just like, just remember where it came from, though.
Right.
That's all I ask.
Yep.
Exactly.
Give credit where credit is due. Absolutely. So his YouTube is Breaking Bigfoot. So if everybody who has not subscribed, go and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell icon to receive notifications. There we go. Okay, let's. You sent me something here, so let me see what you sent me. Oh, holy smokes! Okay, Brandy, have a chit chat with Jesus while I get working on this.
She was, like I said, when she was loading up the photos, she's just, oh my gosh, you should see this. And I'm like, but I can't. I can't see anything. So I was like, just kind of upset, but now I get to see them all. So all the reactions you're seeing from me are first time looking at it. So is there like one paranormal incident that sticks out that just, I've had that one experience that I will never, ever, ever forget. And it's like, did you have one of those kind of like something you really can't explain? I mean, or
Well,
wrap your head around?
I've had stuff like that happen in each version, not version, with Bigfoots. The first time I stood in front of one, like 4 feet in front of me, standing up, and it was, moving and dancing like how I was moving, it was mimicking me. And then with ghosts, it would have to be seeing that a hand come out of the damn couch, dead hand come out.
Yeah,
And
I would never sit on that couch again. I'll tell you that right now. I wouldn't do it. Nope.
Yeah.
Couch is gone.
Yeah.
But I do have to ask you this. You're standing there and you're looking at Bigfoot.
Mhm.
What were you thinking? I mean, is it like, do I fall down? Do I run? Do I just stand here and hope for the best? What were you thinking?
Yeah, this is literally exactly what I was thinking. Are you ready?
All of the above.
Are they real or not, huh? You think they're not real, huh? Ooh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, for me, that would have been an underwear changing moment. I'm just saying.
Because he made a fuss about how it's not real and all that stuff. And one of the Bigfoots reached under the tent and knocked him over. Big giant arm, in the tent. And I have a picture of the soil moved and everything from where it stuck his arm under and knocked him over. And I put the flashlight, shined it at where I imagined its head would be, because it's arms all the way in. So I flashed it and I went, "Oh, that Bigfoot!" And it pulled its arm out real quick, and he got up and looked at me and said, "Did you just scold the Bigfoot?" And I was like, "Well, what do you want me to do? I ain't gonna yell at it. He'll kick my butt."
Right.
So when it did that, and they peeled off the top, and he was like, "Oh my God, I can see its nose. I can see its nose. I can see its nose." I was like, "Yeah, not real, huh?" Then he started panicking to the point where he looked like he was going to hyperventilate. That's when I shined the flashlight at them, like more in their face, which is not polite or nothing, but I had to let them know, hey, that's enough. He's really freaking out now, guys.
Yeah,
And,
it's too close.
Yeah, not everybody believes they have language or can understand language, but they seem to understand me because I invited them. I yelled, "Come on down! He doesn't believe you're real. Say what's up." They came.
I just threw this up here. Says, "Hey girls, hey Jesus, great to see y'all again." That's actually Larry Joe Fisher. He was at the conference this weekend.
Oh, hi, Larry.
Yeah.
Or hear you.
Yep. So I got those pictures. So I'm going to show them. Do you want to tell the backstory of the first one here?
Okay, so that was the third friend that that was there that night. Two Sasquatch and what appears to be a green-skinned, red-eyed ET or alien, however you want to go, or demon. Pick one. It was looking in the tent too, and I'm 6'3" when I wear boots, and the top of the tent was taller than me. So what you're seeing is, I mirrored the face. I cut it in half, in editing with my editing app, and I just mirrored it so you could see what the whole face would look like. But yeah, for whatever reason, they were hanging out together.
That is so weird. That is crazy.
Scary stuff.
Literally, you can see the nostrils.
Yeah. Little mouth.
Wow.
Big old red eye.
Krista, can you go back one to the half face?
Yep.
Yeah, the original. So that all I did was
yep. Okay.
Cut the face in half and then mirrored it, But you can kind of see, if you look, you can see the other eye, sort of the outline.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
My goodness.
I know, pretty cool.
Oh.
And I don't hide the pictures. They're out there, and nobody did, they're just like, "Oh, that's me. You're weird, Jesus."
Well, once you see the first picture, you don't know really what you're looking at till you see what what you did there, and then go back, and then you're like, "Oh, wow, okay, okay, yeah."
All right, let's get into some UFOs.
Let's do some UFOs.
Let's see here. Let's do this one.
Yeah. My wife, Melissa. Well, when we first met, she had never seen UFOs or any of the weird stuff that I see. And I told her before we got married. Well, we got married after 5 days knowing each other. So right when we got
wow.
Wow.
yeah, now we're going on 6 years. That's
Good deal.
I gotta let you know. I gotta be honest with you. If you're gonna be my lady, you gotta understand that I'm a weird-ish magnet. I see Bigfoot, ghosts, and UFOs. You'll probably be visited too, you know. And she was like, "Okay." So I was like, "All right," you know. And sure enough, she stuck with me through all the crazy sightings, and so now she's recording stuff. So this is a still shot from videos she filmed of a UFO rotating in the sky. It's
Plain as day.
yeah, it's on my my playlist with the UFO stuff. But yeah, she's there with me doing, you know, seeing all this wild stuff.
Wow, pretty crazy. All right, let's go to this one. What are we looking at?
So right here, you can barely see it because this is the full picture. But if you look directly in the middle of the sky above those mountains and the trees right there, you'll see a little black dot. But I sent croppings and zoomed in versions of it. There you go. That's what it's right there. After I added the contrast and sharpened it a little bit, that's what is floating with the sky.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Not a bird. It's not Superman.
No, it's not a bird.
No matter where I've lived, they follow me around. I'll see it. No matter what state I'm in, wherever.
Right.
Do you wonder why? Do you have a theory as to why?
Besides the DNA, they're following, you know, the DNA from my ancestors. They, I guess, would say either have invested time in my life, abducting me and doing whatever they're doing when they take me, you know. They've shown like they care about me, as in they've warned me, you know, in the most odd times. Like I was driving on the highway, I guess going fast, and they kind of warned me that there was cops coming, and I was able to slow down. There's a lot of stories there, but yeah, I think that they actually do care about me. I think UFOs and aliens are actually angels and demons, but just, you know, it's hard to tell which is which because they do look like they're flying the same ships. You know, they just,
you know, our friend Barton Nunley, he believes that UFOs are demons also.
Yeah. So the thing is, there's both for sure, good and evil. I've studied, you know, the alien abduction phenomenon because I've gone through it many times. And, yeah, you know, you'll get the two. There's always, you know, there's two different kinds of abductions that happen. The bad ones sound like medieval succubus, you know, they come, they pick you up, they take you to a dark place. Sometimes it's bright light. They poke and prod you with needles and get you pregnant. And you're a guy. Sometimes they'll make you procreate with either one of them or someone they bring you. It's a very not cool thing to happen because they pretty much sexually rape you different ways and then drop you off naked, you know, just disoriented. And then there's the other ones where the ones that come and get you, they take you up there to teach you stuff, to let you know how special you are, how, you know, to use your energy. They're not up there, you know, trying to get freaky with you. I mean, it's not an evil thing. And when some people that get abducted, then are experiencing the bad ones, they'll invoke Jesus Christ and, you know, rebuke them, and they disappear. You know, why would they care if they were just aliens from another galaxy? Why would they care if you're going, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ? You know, they'd be like, okay, okay, buddy. But it's affected them. You know, it makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, this picture.
Yeah, that one's cool. Again, the majority of these pictures are from my property, and that's the front yard. And it's shaped like an old fashioned, old timey bathtub.
Oh, wow. I see that. I see it. And then,
There you go.
Oh, I see.
wow.
Like
Wow.
a bear claw
Yeah.
bathtub.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought that was really neat.
That is cool.
Wow.
That is really cool. So we got the first one here, and you can see it back there in the distance. Now, did you see this with your eyes, or you just happened to take pictures?
No, I saw it up there.
Okay. And then there's that one.
It's a beautiful picture regardless, but wow.
Yeah. I know. Isn't that crazy? That is some cool stuff. I got to tell you. Oh, not that one. This one.
Not that one.
I'm still trying to get used to the camera being on the other side of,
Yeah.
I have it the other way normally, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm looking. Yeah.
Well, I haven't figured it out yet either, where to place things. I haven't figured out all the buttons on StreamYard. I should know by now, but I don't. But yeah, like.
Well, did you catch what Naoma said about Jesus, about what is your RH factor,
Good
or
question.
what's your blood type, or
Typo negative.
Wow.
Yep, I'm RH negative, O blood.
Yeah. Wow.
okay?
Do you believe any of that has anything to do with? Do you believe like blood types and things like that? The RH factor has to do with.
So I've done conferences, with other abductees, and they all have the same blood type. Like Travis Walton, we did a conference together, and we were having dinner, and you started asking each other, what's your blood type? What's your blood type? I'm type O negative. You too? Hey, me too. I think that it really does, because if you really research the RH negative blood types, the experiences with psychic abilities, seeing ghosts, UFOs are really in really high numbers for those specific people in abductions as well. It's really interesting stuff, and you can't be cloned. That's the other thing that I find really, really interesting. That I can't be cloned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's pretty interesting. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I'm ONEG too. So there's probably a lot of people in chat that are ONEG. I'm sure.
Yeah, I am too, though. And that's it's just
so yeah.
crazy.
I don't think it's just the negative that are experiencing things. Of course, there's other blood types too, but it just seems to be a high number of such a rare blood type. To be condensed into the field of
right. It is. Okay, we've got another set of 3 here. This one.
Okay, again, front yard. The top middle area, there's just clouds. In the next picture, there's a UFO, and I took these pictures real one after another. If you look towards the top, to the left of the middle, you'll see the UFO.
I see it.
Yeah.
Very, very top.
Yep, I see it.
And there it is in hand.
Yep, there it is.
I didn't see. I was just taking pictures of the clouds. I don't hear a voice say, "Take a picture now." I'll get the feeling I should take a picture right now. I should, for whatever reason, I just need to take a picture of the sky right now. And then when I go home and I zoom in on the picture, there's usually something, in the picture.
First one, the second one, and you can see where it is. And there's the third one. Wow. Pretty crazy. Dang, man. You seriously, like you probably can't go anywhere without these things, either ghost, aliens, or Bigfoot's following you.
Yeah. For real, it's a trip. I have to learn how to kind of like just go along with it and be like, oh, just that, man.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, here's some more pictures. We've got that.
Okay, right there.
Oh,
I'm driving.
there it is.
I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, driving to an Emmy Awards party, and saw that in the sky, and took a picture. And then when I got home, I enhanced it, and you can really see them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow, that is just amazing. Seriously, amazing. Okay, what are we looking at on this one?
Okay, those 2 clouds right there that are glowing.
Mm-hmm.
right there underneath it by the speed sign.
Yeah.
I thought it just seemed like too bright for just a
It
cloud. When
does.
the sun is to the far left. Don't get me wrong, but where the sun is, it should be lighting up, not underneath that one cloud.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I
No,
mean?
I agree with you on that. And I see where you enhanced it here.
I zoomed in.
No.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
hide. They do pretend to be clouds. They have the technology to exude, steam. I guess enough steam, or just even imagery. I don't know what it is, how they're doing it, but they are in the clouds and pretending to be clouds.
Wow. Wow. Pretty crazy. Let's see. Let's look at this one here. I might have got these out of order. There's that one.
Yep, that's right. That's in Las Vegas, Nevada, from the parking lot at the apartments I was living at.
Okay. And then this.
Another UFO that I saw in the sky. There's nothing behind it because I was like up in the sky, just. But that's not a plane.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
No. No.
No, not at all. Okay. So here's back to the apartments, and then is this?
That is way too bright.
Is another one there?
That's a close up and I enhanced, the saturation. You can really get a feel of the color. And that was just hovering right over there. That's the strip right there in Vegas that I was facing.
Wow.
It was like, I swear, I saw a lot of UFOs in that same area. And I see helicopters. I know what helicopters look like. I've been in law enforcement. I have family in law enforcement and military. And I know helicopters, airplanes, their patterns, their light patterns, where they can fly, where they're not supposed to fly. And I can tell this between that and a disc floating around,
Yeah. Yeah.
Our
friend Erin, she says, not heard of this. What does RH factor have to do with it? I don't know if you heard Jesus kind of say it before, but there's a theory that people who are like, RH negative or positive or, the certain blood types have more encounters of the weirdness, be it UFO, paranormal, Bigfoot, cryptids, all that kind of stuff. So
it's all in theory. Nobody really knows for
all
sure.
in theory.
The RH, what RH stands for is rhesus hemoglobin, and the RH negative people that have that blood type are lacking the rhesus monkey hemoglobin that proves that we evolved from Cro-Magnons and primates. We're missing that part of our DNA, so that we're literally a different type of human, I guess you could say, DNA wise, not visually, but DNA wise. A lot of people that are lacking that blood, piece of information, the rhesus hemoglobin, they can't be cloned. Literally, you can't clone anybody that has our blood type. We have universal blood, so anybody that's hurt or say they're injured and they lose a lot of blood, it doesn't matter what blood type they are. We can give you blood and you'll be okay. But if you give us blood, it'll be like poison and we'll die. It has to be RH negative, that same type of blood. So a lot of people that have experienced the supernatural and paranormal just happen to have a higher concentration of that specific type of blood. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. I just, when's the last time you saw a UFO?
2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago.
Oh, wow. Did you see anything in Texas when we were down there?
In Texas, I didn't see any UFOs. I spent very little bit of time out, but I saw some beautiful clouds, beautiful sunset, and some really weird, strange rays coming up from the wrong directions, but no UFOs per se.
Gotcha. Titan asked, Jesus, would you speak to on the interconnectivity between UFOs, cryptids, and paranormal?
Sure, if the ladies don't mind.
Go for it.
Now, if you just believe in Bigfoot, or you just believe in ghosts, and you can't deal with they have to be separated. One doesn't exist, and only this one does. You'll never understand the connection and how they're connected. The way Sasquatch and like aliens are connected, I only know is from abductions reports that under hypnosis and regression, some people report seeing Sasquatch inside the UFOs, or they'll go out Bigfoot hunting, and they'll see a UFO immediately after a Bigfoot sighting. Now, with aliens versus ghosts, they have a lot of the same abilities, aliens and ghosts. The connection with that is that some aliens, apparently, when you get abducted, sometimes they don't take your physical body; they take your spirit, they take your ghost, and they can. When you go up there with them, you're whole again, but your body's down there. So it makes you, begs the question: can ghosts do that in their realm? Are they whole? And just what we can see and perceive is a ghostly figure, a shadow person. They can't quite, just like in the movie Ghost, he had to really try hard to push that little, soda cap bottle lid, I think they're all definitely connected one way or another, and they are very aware of each other. And there is a hierarchy, it seems. They do know, who's who's not in charge, who has to listen to who, regardless of the level they are. So I just think they're definitely all, all the way around, but depending on what they want to accept, they'll put on these blinders and the only thing you want to see is Bigfoots, or if you just want to see UFOs, you're just going to see those things because you won't look the other way and you won't accept it. Even if you see it, you're like, nope,
Right. Christine Wilder makes a comment. She says, I've also heard that people with green eyes tend to have more experiences. I have not heard that. Have you heard that?
I have heard very, very lightly, but I have heard that. My wife's got green eyes.
Wow. Does she have any encounters by herself or only when she's with you?
She has had some, I guess, ghostly encounters when I've been out of town or doing a conference, and she stayed here. They seem to ramp up when I'm not around with her. We definitely have at least one in-house resident here, which it seems to be the mother-in-law of our landlord that passed away in this house. But she's not that nice, I've never gotten a friendly feeling from her. I've had to cleanse his house multiple times, and it wears out after a while. I have to redo it because you start noticing different things and affecting our emotional states, just irrational, getting upset irrationally, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what was that? Sure. It goes way deeper, but I gotta get permission from the wife to share some of the things that have happened that are real scary. She sees UFOs, call me outside in the morning. We get up every morning at 4 a.m. to go to the gym by 5. So when we go out, it's pitch black. She'll be out there. Honey, look, there's another one. I'm trying to help me focus. It's sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
To experience it and realize that I'm not. It's real stuff. We can, there's evidence of it.
Right. And I for one met you this weekend, and you're just as sane as, I never thought anything crazy or weird or,
No.
No, you are sane. I believe you are.
We've met him in person.
It's hard when you the life that I lead. People ask me, don't you get scared? You got Bigfoots, standing there that could kill you, and you go chasing after, skinwalkers and all this stuff. And it's like, from all the things that I've been through in life, just supernatural, paranormal stuff, to, being, around the world of gangs and being shot and dealing with just the same people, human, it's all like come to a point where it's just, I just now kind of like more interesting and want to just study it, experience it. Just like how you said that after a while, after hunting goes forever, it's not as exciting no more. You get the feeling, that charged feeling. Now it's more like, okay, and how does that make you feel? Mr. Ghost, you know?
Right. Right.
It's yeah, and because people ask me, how can you be calm enough to take pictures or video of all these things, and I'm just like, I'm not doing it to get footage. I'm doing it to make sure it's real. Because if my camera up and you're not in the camera, I need to call my doctor and be like, excuse me, I think we need to increase a certain medication.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to, if I am losing my mind, I want to make sure that I go to a doctor and get taken care of, and I'm not out in the streets all crazy loco,
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. We I don't know, the ghost thing. I guess because I've done it for so long, it bores me. It doesn't, I mean, I still like doing it, but right now the cryptids is where my head is right now. I like doing that.
I'll just take it all. Bring it
I
to
get
me.
that adrenaline rush with the cryptids. The ghost, I don't, not at all.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, whatever you want to do, let's do it. Sounds good.
Yeah, it just depends on which way the wind blows for me, pretty much.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
You want to show me someplace haunted? Okay. You want to show me where you saw Bigfoot? Okay. Just take me. Let's go.
Have you ever encountered a dogman?
Yes, one time. I just had one experience with the dogman. When I had a bonfire in the backyard, it was after a night of Bigfoot hunting, and me and my nephew were actually discussing the dogman phenomenon. And I was explaining that I can't say it doesn't exist, but I had never experienced it before. But I had been finding a big, very large dog wolf prints on my property, and very heavy railroad ties being moved away from my dog's fence. I also had to let my dogs out and stuff for a while, but I couldn't. I thought it was just there's some giant dog coming around. It's really strong. That can move railroad ties. I never thought, or a werewolf, while I'm, facing my nephew, talking to him from behind him, where we have some, like 6.5 foot, 7 foot tall mesquite bushes. Not even that far away, just about 10 feet behind my nephew. I saw werewolf, dogman, whatever you're gonna call it, just pass by, just run silently, run by, woof, like that. And I was like, "Holy crap!"
Right.
So it was just really strange that the fact that I didn't, I've never seen one, and I was like, "Well, I can't say it's real. I can't say it's not. I've never seen one."
Right.
I was like, "Hey, I'm right here."
Yeah. Were you scared at all?
No, I was just like, oh, I didn't get a picture. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
You
Now, do you think in some of these instances, because I know that you live out in the desert and there's nothing around, but do you think at some point that you may have seen possibly a skinwalker or a shapeshifter or anything like that versus what you think you're seeing?
Well, see, the thing with a lot of people don't understand about skinwalkers is they are people. They're medicine men that have gone bad, and women that have gone rogue. They went to the dark side, and they're practicing black magic. And usually these individuals are part of the community, and nobody really understands that they're involved with that. Only a very small group of people would know that. So they usually stick to their areas on the res, different reses. So if you spend a lot of time on the res, you're gonna run into them. Which, like I said, I've been messed with by all kinds of fun. So I'd go out hunting whenever I'd find out there was problems happening and there's some skinwalkers running around. I'd go out looking for them because I know what they are, and not too many people go after them. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So,
Yeah. No, totally get it.
And they're very evil people. It's unfortunate that they've been lost to evil, but you're not going to see them just randomly in different places where there's no, the native culture in that area. Now, living on land that was formerly, native land, Indian land, where there was a ton of death, and a lot of those natives were killed there. You'll run into some really pissed off evil spirits. you know, which viewed as, oh, that must be a skinwalker because they're taking forms of different spirit animals, you know.
Right.
Some of the clouds that, you know, that I witnessed over our holy mountain here for the Apache and Mescalero, Apache people here, the Sacred Mountain Sierra Blanca, above the mountain, I'll see clouds and there'll be little bears, bison, all these animal spirits, you know, shapes that are, and out of the mountain, you know, orange orbs. I have video of some UFOs flying into right over that mountain, which looks like a storm, but just in that area, that spot, and explosions. Doom, 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 doom. It's not lightning. There's no sound at all whatsoever. And this UFO I have on video flies into the middle of this. You just see it chilling there, sitting there, do, you know, and it turns into 3 different lights. And
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Huh. Go ahead, Brandy. What were you going to say?
I just said I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, geez, if I could see something like that, that would be cool.
Right. And I thought I've witnessed a lot in my life.
Yeah.
We have nothing on Jesus.
No.
Nothing.
No. It's like we're babies.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we are coming up. Well, we are at the 1.5 hour mark. And thank you so much for coming on and doing this. We definitely appreciate you.
Yeah, we do. We do need to have you back because there's a ton of questions. There's a ton of rabbit holes we can go down. You do need to come back, most definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I do. I want to give a quick shout out to Shade Viking, Catherine Gay, Lene Perkins, Pancho Zorch, and Titan. Thank you all very much.
Jesus loves you.
Yeah.
Thank
there you go.
you.
Jesus loves you.
Jesus loves you.
That's right.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. But you are awesome. And honestly, you're welcome back here anytime. I've had a good time, and we'll have to schedule again, maybe in the winter, if you're willing.
Yeah. Let's wait and see what fall brings, because we're all going to be out there in the woods and everything. Let's get back together in the wintertime and see what else we come up with. Yeah. See what else is new.
Yep.
We'd swap stories,
And you'll probably have new pictures by then.
Probably. We'll come up with 10 good ones. Jesus will have 100. That's just what's going to happen.
I've got 24,000 pictures in my phone right now.
Wow. I've seen some more of your pictures that you showed. You were showing, started out showing Robbie, and then I was sitting there and I'm like, hey, I want to see them too. So yeah, you do have some great, some more. So for sure.
Dang it. And I missed them all. That's not even fair.
You did. You were up running your mouth, Brandy.
What do I do? Run my mouth. I'm good at it.
There you go. Well, thank you once again.
Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it.
And good night, everybody. We will see everybody tomorrow night right back here at 8 p.m. Central. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.